So let's talk about writing. So writing is 8,000 different things. Writing is wanting to be famous. Writing is wanting to make money. Writing is journalism. Writing is fake news. Writing is wanting to write the great American novel or wherever you live. Writing is art. Writing is truth. So the elephant approach to writing is really pretty simple. It's kind of analogous to gardening. Trungpa Rinpoche, the Buddhist teacher who's an inspiration for a lot of elephant, talked about gardening or eating food, that it doesn't help to have a lot of philosophies about it. It actually helps to clear away all those philosophies and just eat your food. The more present you are when you're gardening or eating your food, the more you'll enjoy it and the better you'll be at it. And that's kind of our approach, is that from a Dharma art point of view, and there's a great book about it. I forgot what it's called now, but it used to be called Dharma Art. The reissue is a different title, but it's basically about how art is not performance. Writing is not performance. It's just truth. It's just an expression of simple truth. So if you read great, wonderful haiku, it is witty often and it is arty often, but it really is just a very simple observation of what's happening. And I think Trungpa Rinpoche's comment to Allen Ginsberg in New York City leaving a taxi about Jack Kerouac's writing, saying that it was just an expression of mind directly onto paper, is kind of the highest compliment. It's not that you can't edit Hemingway style. So there's the Hemingway school where you edit, and you want it to be perfect. Hemingway, when asked how he wrote the last page of For Whom the Bell Tolls, said he edited it until it was perfect or something, and that he re-edited it like 95 times. That's one approach. That's kind of the craftsperson approach. Like you're whittling, you're making something perfect, refining it, and that's fine. I think it's a bit extreme. And then there's the sort of arty, there's the arty approach maybe in the middle, and then there's the kind of Jack Kerouac, like just stream of consciousness, Virginia Woolf kind of school, like just whatever happens happens. And I think there's a kind of common sense in the middle that is less arty than just direct and simple. And simple can be magnificent and fancy and all that, but just a direct expression of what's going on. So at Elephant, we generally ask our writers to just express not their truth, but the truth, and just to directly communicate. And whenever you directly communicate, a kind of catharsis happens and a delight happens, and you can feel it when you're being genuine. So some people like Elizabeth Gilbert will talk about how it's sort of, it's like a spiritual thing and you let it flow, something like that. That's also how Trungpa Rinpoche would talk about it. He called it terma, which is mind treasure, that it just kind of descends. Not from God or whatever, or you can call it God if you want, but it just kind of descends and it just flows. And I guess that's one way to talk about it. I've written some really genuine, true things in my life, and I've edited them or not. And the best things I've ever written were pretty simple and they just kind of flowed. But I wouldn't say, maybe I'm not a great writer, but they didn't descend from the heavens. They just kind of, it was almost more the feeling of like a boiling tea kettle, like they just happened. So is that about it? Okay. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to check in with us. Thank you so much.